YouTube up what? This is Mathos97 and welcome back to another episode of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode here with ECW, and we all know what it is. It is time for the next ECW pay-per-view, and as you can see, Raw is almost 500,000 fans below us, so I think it's safe to say that they're out of the picture. Kenny Dykstra taught the Power 25. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say at this point, but as you can see, we are dominating the Power 25. We have the majority of our roster was on there. And here's our Power 15. DX is actually way down there. But I guess that's kind of what happens when you boost everybody up to like a 90. And yeah, that's But as you can see, have started up a new rivalry here, an official rivalry. Patriotism between Terry Funk and Sabu, leading into December to Dismember, so that is starting the feud that I had in mind. As you can see, here's the match card. Jeff Hardy vs. HBK, kind of just a filler match there. Iron Man, there's that tag team match. Nitro has actually been on a bit of a winning streak. He hasn't been able to defeat The Undertaker successfully, so that's why we have that tag team match. And in the main event, Hell in the Cell, ECW Championship Fatal 4-Way. So let's go ahead and get into the card here. We're going to play 3 matches, and we're going to simulate the other ones, but we'll do that later. For now, we're going to get into this tag team match. It is Sabu and Mr. Kennedy teaming up against Mick Foley and Terry Funk. And as we remember, Mick Foley and Mr. Kennedy have their own rivalry going. That's going to come to a head here tonight. And we have Sabu and Terry Funk just starting up their rivalry. And this could kind of get Mick Foley into the picture to start maybe a bit of a triple threat sort of thing. Or I can just switch people in and out, do something like that. But the point is, this matchup is, Sabu taking down his partner there. I don't know what he thinks about Mr. Kennedy, but it's kind of just, what's the phrase? Why can I not think of it? But anyway, nice power slam into the corner. Now Mick Foley hung upside down in the Tree of Woe, and Sabu driving that boot right into the face of Mick Foley, of the hardcore legend. And now Kennedy and Sabu, a double DDT there to Terry Funk. And this is just sort of a case of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I guess that would be the case for Sabu and Mr. Kennedy, as I don't even know. I can't even formulate my words. There's the, why can I not remember what that's called now? The leg drop thing, the Arabian leg drop. There we go. But yeah, the whole mutual enemy sort of thing. That would be because we know Mr. Kennedy's got the rivalry with Mick Foley going, and then Mick Foley and Terry Funk are tag team partners. So, and then Sabu's got his feud with Terry Funk. So, yeah, it's sort of just teaming up to fight the common enemy. And nice punch there from Terry Funk, dropping Sabu. But yes, this is our pay-per-view. So after this matchup, we've got 2 more to go. We're going to simulate 2 of the other matches, and I'm going to end up playing 3 in total by the end of the night. As the SummerSlam, really, I could only play the 1 match, because that was the only match I had, because we were in last place at the time. I don't know how that's going to affect Survivor Series, since we will more than likely be in 2nd place, if not 1st. So hopefully we're going to get a 2nd match on there or something. Excuse me. Nice enziguri from Sabu. Jeez, I hate when that happens. But now he's got a sledgehammer taking down Terry Funk. And now Mick Foley trying to get Sabu away from Funk here. And this is sort of the name of the game. You got to try and isolate your opponents. You got to try and separate them from their tag team partner and just try to wear them out. And this isn't an elimination. This is just a hardcore tornado tag. So there are no rules, no disqualification, no count out, no rope break, none of that sort of thing. It's just pinfall, submission. You just beat the crap out of each other until eventually you can't kick out of the 3. That's pretty much what it is here. And nice hip toss takedown from Sabu. But really, this isn't an elimination, so really what you got to do is just try to isolate your opponent and then just work on that one superstar, and then you can just pin them. No matter how much damage you do to the other, you just got to try to isolate them so that way Their tag team partner can't break up the pin. And there's a nice punch right into the steel chair into the face of Terry Funk. And now the enziguri kick to the side of the head. But we've got some rivalries coming to a head tonight. And then we've got a bit of a layoff until the Survivor Series pay-per-view. Because we are in September. And I'm pretty sure we don't have another pay-per-view until Survivor Series, which is in November. And then right after that, we have December to Dismember. So, I mean, we have a little while yet. We've got like 8 or 9 weeks or so until the Survivor Series. So, we've got a little bit of time yet to establish some new rivalries for Survivor Series and even December to Dismember. Because, I mean, some rivalries I'm going to have to... Oh, wait a minute. Terry Funk has been busted open, and now he's going wild here, folks. As we know that's what happens with these extreme legends. When they get busted open, they just go crazy and just seem to start running on adrenaline. Their adrenaline just kicks in, and then they're just like a machine. As Terry Funk, that's what he's doing right now, taking down both Mr. Kennedy and Sabu. But like I was saying, we have a little bit of a layoff until the next pay-per-view. And because the two are so short, I'm going to have to use Survivor Series as kind of like a transitional pay-per-view. For some feuds, because with the next pay-per-view being so close, I can't start a 2-week feud. And now Sabu clotheslining Terry Funk into the crowd, and this is where things start to get extreme. This is where the weapons and all this sort of thing starts coming to play. Sabu now has a trash can over there, and just look, we've got tons of weapons over there. We've got tables, mops. Yeah, they can use it as a weapon. They could use signs from the crowd, those speaker things over there. I mean, we just got a ton of things that could be used. And now Terry Funk traps inside that trash can. I just laugh every time I see that. It's just kind of funny. But Sabu, a big clothesline, dropping Terry Funk, as Mr. Kennedy and Mick Foley are still going at it in the ring. Kennedy's got Foley trapped into the corner there. And now it is a nice reversal there from Mick Foley, chopping away at the chest of Mr. Kennedy. But the real story is that we got Sabu and Terry Funk going at it over there in the crowd. And now what is this? Oh, right. Head first into that. Was that like a monitor? I couldn't exactly see what that was. But regardless, Terry Funk gets sent head first right into it. And now there are those speakers, that speaker system just blowing up there, right in Terry Funk's face. And now it looks like Sabu's climbing up onto the scaffolding there. And now he's up top there, but it looks like Terry Funk has gotten up, and he's now too far away, so Sabu's going to have to get back down. Terry Funk maybe trying to go into the ring to try and help out Mick Foley. Sabu clearing off a table now. But that's the one downfall to being in the crowd, is that you can't bring weapons over from the crowd, because those tables could come in handy. They got a lot of tables over there. And that could get interesting, but now the crowd closing up that little area over there. Now that all the superstars are back in the ring, or back by ringside, I should say. Now look at this, Terry Funk maybe looking to take a page out of Sabu's book, and a moonsault off of that chair. Very nice move there by Terry Funk, as Mick Foley has Mr. Kennedy outside. What a gutbuster there, right off the shoulder. And now a DDT, and I think he might have almost caught the ring bell there on that DDT. That would have definitely amplified the damage of that attack. And now Sabu looking to show Terry Funk how it's done with that moonsault off the chair. And Sabu pointing to the heavens here. For whatever reason, I do not know. But Sabu now has a dazed Terry Funk up onto his feet, misses the kick. And Terry Funk now eats a... Oh, actually, no, he countered there. Mick Foley now hanging over the apron there. And now there's a chop right to the chest, the face. I don't know exactly what Mick Foley or Mr. Kennedy was going for there, but Terry Funk going over there to break that up. And there's a shot with the ring bell right to the guts. And now one to the back of the head. Did I just say the guts? Oh, man. Whatever. And now Sabu. Ooh, nice neck snap there right to Mick Foley. As now Sabu up to the top rope. Nice corkscrew splash. The only problem is that move really never hits for whatever reason. That's kind of some of the broken-ish mechanics that this game has. But a nice springboard leg drop there from Sabu, and a counter by Mick Foley, tossing Sabu over his hip there. And now Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy's just getting his arm completely dissected over there against that steel ring post. Terry Funk just really going to work on the arm, and now Funk and Foley in the ring. Mr. Kennedy looks like he's going for another weapon. Terry Funk could be going for a DDT here. Sabu trying to get out of it, but no, instead, Terry Funk opts to go for the neck breaker. As now Kennedy and Foley on the outside, and what a steel chair shot there from Mr. Kennedy. Right to the face of Mick Foley. As now Terry Funk, he's a bit outnumbered here. There's 2-1 in the ring now. Mick Foley. Foley's going to have to get in the ring and save his partner here. And now Terry Funk taking the ring bell away from Sabu. Sabu now has a chair, so we got a bit of a square off here between with weapons. As now a steel chair shot right to the face of Sabu. And now here we go, another shot with the ring bell right to the gut. And one to the back of the head. Terry Funk might be unconscious here, folks. I don't even know. Mick Foley back in the ring now. I don't know where Kennedy went. And there's the Arabian face buster right there by Sabu. Is Foley and Kennedy now in the ring. And now Sabu into the cover. 2 count. 3. No. Mick Foley just got over there to break it up just in time. As now he eats a sledgehammer right to the stomach, right to the torso. And now Sabu, Hurricanrana off the top rope there. What a move to take down Terry Funk. And it looks like Kennedy and Sabu are in control right here. But now Terry Funk going after the leg of Sabu, and that's a very smart decision there on the part of Terry Funk. And Terry Funk went for a sledgehammer shot, but Kennedy was able to block it. And now a back suplex there from Sabu. And here's Sabu now. Oh, what is this? Oh, nice move there by Sabu, taking him down with almost like a Hurricanrana, like a grounded Hurricanrana sort of thing. And now Sabu, he's got a steel chair here once again. But Terry Funk able to block it. Now Funk has the chair. Funk's got the steel chair. Oh, and right to the face of Sabu. Sabu is dazed, and a bulldog there by Terry Funk. Terry Funk now, oh, right onto the ring bell too. Terry Funk trying to bring his team back, trying to spark a comeback. Nice reverse elbow right to the face of Mr. Kennedy. As Mick Foley looks like he's going for more weapons on the outside. Big punch there by Terry Funk. As Terry Funk now on a roll here, just starting to pick up momentum. He was taking it to Mr. Kennedy. I don't know why Norton is saying my computer's idle. I'm playing a video here and recording commentary, so I don't know why it thinks it's idle. I don't know. But Terry Funk looks like he's got the spinning toe hold on Mr. Kennedy over there. Sabu going up to the top. And a leg drop from the top rope, almost connected with that sledgehammer. And now Terry Funk into the cover. And 3, Terry Funk gets the win. Sabu had I don't even think Sabu knows the match is over. Going for that splash on Mick Foley, but Terry Funk gets the win for his team. And I don't even think Sabu realized there was a pin. And I'm sure Sabu cannot be very happy with his partner, Mr. Kennedy, now, as Sabu really was delivering a beating to Terry Funk the entire match. Sabu was just red hot in that contest, and Terry Funk ended up getting the pin over Kennedy. So HBK with a win now over Jeff Hardy. So, I mean, Sabu definitely cannot be too happy with Mr. Kennedy. That was Sabu's match to lose, and Kennedy lost it for him. But Nitro and Mark Henry get the win over the Brothers of Destruction. So Nitro continuing that little winning streak he's got going. He's actually defeated some high-profile superstars in the past number of weeks. And now we're going to move into... Hey, look, Sabu. What do you know? But now we get to move into our Fatal 4-Way Steel Cage matchup between Edge, Bobby Lashley, CM Punk, and Elijah Burke. And this is another one of those matchups that incorporates a couple different feuds into one action-packed power matchup. And this one being a steel cage. You can win by pinfall, submission, or escape in the cage. Had to make sure that I had those settings set, because for whatever reason, pinfall is not a default setting for the steel cage, which I don't know. It's weird how they do the steel cage mechanics in older games and even the newer ones, because you can't just go into a steel cage match and you have both stipulations set. It's usually just going to be, if you set up a steel cage match, like, straight up, then usually it's just, you're not going to be able to pin or submit. You have to escape the cage. And then I think you have to actually make a one-on-one match and then put the cage stipulation afterwards. And I think that's how in the newer games have pinfall, submission, or escape in the cage. This one, it's pretty easy to be able to change that. Just a little surprised it wasn't default settings. I think that's kind of a, I don't know. I just think it's something that should be, I don't know. Like, I think the default settings for a steel cage match in the newer game should be pinfall, submission, or escape the cage. Now, it would be, like, they should still be able to let you change the settings, because, you know, sometimes people don't do the pinfall or submission stipulation. Like, sometimes, oh no, not that, but I mean the other way around. Sometimes people don't do the escape the cage stipulation, and usually you have to get a pin or a submission. I mean, that would be an understandable sort of thing. I think that'd be a cool thing that you could add into cage matches. And I guess just escaping the cage, that doesn't really make too much sense, but I guess, hey, if you're into that, why not? But anyways, we saw Edge try to escape early on, and you just see that's what happens in this kind of a steel cage match. If you just try to get out without weakening your opponent, without delivering some sort of punishment, you're not going to get very far. And so yeah, that's going to make it even more difficult in a Fatal 4-Way environment, because you have 3 superstars now that you have to inflict damage on to make sure that they cannot stop you from escaping the cage. And even if you expend all of your energy to take one superstar out, you've got 2 others to worry about now. And maybe a good strategy here would be to try to work together, try to find a partner, and try to go for some double team maneuvers, just to try and take out, like, work against the common enemy, like we saw earlier in that tag team matchup. Is now Edge going after Burke here, and Lashley, just the big powerhouse Bobby Lashley, has CM Punk over there in a very uncomfortable position, to say the least. And that does not do that move justice by any means. But the steel cage definitely could be a big factor in this matchup. I mean, we saw earlier Edge tossing Burke or Lashley, one of the two, into the steel cage. And so yeah, I mean, just, you don't want to take too many shots to the steel cage either, because that definitely will do a lot more damage. I mean, that Punk by kick. That kick by Punk looked pretty devastating, but, I mean, just, the moves tend to be amplified when you do them into the cage. And look at this, Edge spearing everybody. And now Edge, kick to the gut of CM Punk, could be looking to wrap it up here. Execution, planting CM Punk face first into the mat. But no, Bobby Lashley shutting that down with a nice reverse suplex to Edge. And here's our, I guess technically the second attempt to escape the cage here. Bobby Lashley gets pulled down by Edge. He was not quick enough. And Bobby Lashley, maybe, with him being such a powerhouse, maybe it would be better for Lashley to try to go for a pin or submission, because, I mean, with getting out of the cage, you got to be quick too. And Bobby Lashley is not the quickest superstar. He's actually the slowest in this matchup. So I don't know how escaping the cage is going to work for him. So maybe he'll just have to utilize that brute force and power that he possesses and just go for a pin or submission rather than attempt to escape the cage. And now, oh, nice punches there. As we know, Elijah Burke is a former boxer and looking to utilize that to his advantage. However, he was a bit hunched over there, holding his ribs, and that gave Edge the opening to hit him with that DDT. As now, CM Punk with a sleeper hold from behind, and every other superstar is down, so Edge is going to have to get out of this one himself. Could be in danger of tapping out here, or passing out for that matter. And Edge able to break the sleeper hold and able to survive in this cage match. But that's a good strategy by Punk. Try to wear down your opponents. And now CM Punk going for the cover on Lashley. No, Edge breaks that up. And like I said, that's what you got to do. Even whether you're trying to escape the cage or go for a pin, you got to make sure that you take everyone else out before you attempt to go for a pin or submission. Because, I mean, you have 2 other superstars then to worry about who could potentially break up that pin or even escape attempt. As now Edge has CM Punk over there in the corner. Burke trying to escape the cage. Edge doesn't even realize it. Too busy shoving CM Punk's face first into the steel cage. But Bobby Lashley pulling down Elijah Burke, preventing him from escaping the cage. And now here's Edge. Ooh, nice elbow drop by Lashley. A low blow right there by Edge. What a dirty move. And now Bobby Lashley here measuring Elijah Burke. Could be looking to break him in half with that spear, and he does. Now, if only he could just go for the cover. Edge, however, I mean, like I said, you got to take your opponents out. And Edge realizing what was going on, able to break up the pinfall attempt. as now Edge has Elijah Burke now over in the corner. And again, just shoving Burke's face into that steel cage with his foot. And Lashley trying to escape the cage here, but Edge, once again, realizing what was going on. The ultimate opportunist now could be looking to capitalize off of that fall by Bobby Lashley, measuring him here. And a spear by Edge now. Edge delivering his spear. I mean, Lashley got his in, and now Edge delivering a spear of his own. But like I said, with 4 superstars being in the ring, Edge can't capitalize because Bobby Lashley, or not, he couldn't capitalize on the spear to Bobby Lashley because Punk and Burke were there. But now Burke and Lashley are down. There's a low blow by Edge. And Edge here, now looking to roll up, and now he's got the tights of CM Punk. 1, 2, 3, and Elijah Burke, I don't know what he was thinking there. Didn't get over there in time to break up the pin, and Edge wins the steel cage matchup. Wins the Fatal 4-Way, and even gets the pin over his rival, CM Punk. Although he did deliver a low blow, which, I mean, it is a steel cage match. Anything goes. No disqualification, but, I mean, even so, he grabbed the tights afterwards, so Edge using those underhanded tactics to get the victory. But I guess that is why they call him the ultimate opportunist. He had to capitalize on the opportunity he was given with Lashley and Elijah Burke being down, and he did just that, getting the pin over CM Punk with the low blow. And I don't know what that long pause was for, but now it's time to move in. Well, it's time to play the game. No, it's time to move into our Fatal 4-Way for the ECW Championship here. And yes, this will be contested inside the Hell in the Cell structure. It's going to be the Game, Triple H, Randy Orton, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, the Viper, Rey Mysterio, the biggest little man in WWE history, the Underdog, and then of course we have the ECW champion himself, the Animal, Batista, or I guess now as he goes by, Batista. And I think, in fact, that WWE did turn him heel on the episode of SmackDown. He faced off against Dolph Ziggler. But I'm sure, I know this video is going to be out probably like next week. But, yeah, anyway, Batista, hopefully we can get, like, Daniel Bryan in the main event of WrestleMania. Like, if Bryan beats Triple H, he gets a title match, or he gets put in the main event picture. Sort of like, okay, you want to prove you're an A-plus player, then if you can beat me, I'll give you your opportunity. And no funny business, because, I mean, because of how the Authority has screwed Daniel Bryan out of his title matches, out of his potential victories, like each and every opportunity Bryan has had to win the title, he's been screwed out of it. So Triple H pretty much saying, I mean, Triple H even said back when, even back before Night of Champions or something like that, he said, like people have proven me wrong in the past, and I mean, if you prove me wrong, I'll be the first one there to shake your hand and congratulate you, that sort of thing. So maybe, you know, I mean, Triple H he's a heel, but he's not really like a heel. He seems kind of like, I don't know, like, the way Triple H has sort of been playing up his gimmick, he's really not really a heel or a face. He's just sort of there. He's just kind of this impartial guy when, I mean, we all know he's not really impartial, but I mean, that's sort of what he's been playing it as. And maybe that could be sort of a thing to try and help put Daniel Bryan over at Mania. Because, I mean, Daniel Bryan needs a WrestleMania moment. He needs to win that title. I mean, he got put with Bray Wyatt. You saw the crowd reaction he's been getting, like, ever since SummerSlam. They've been building to this since SummerSlam. If Bryan does not win the title at WrestleMania, it's just kind of, I don't know, like, I mean, obviously Bryan's going to beat Triple H, and if Triple H doesn't do the job, though, that is going, oh man, the internet is just going to die. Like, the internet is just going to kill WWE if that were to happen. But I mean, it's not going to happen. Bryan's going to get the victory. We all know that. But I just think it'd be a good idea if Triple H, you know, pretty much say, okay, I know we've screwed you out of so many opportunities, but if you want to prove that you're an A-plus player, if you can beat me, I'll put you in the match that you deserve to be in, that sort of thing. And then, you know, if you win, I'll be the first person to shake your hand. Or, well, like, no, not exactly like that, but like if say after Bryan beats Triple H, and then, you know, we get a handshake there, something like that. I don't know. I don't know exactly how that goes. But I mean, the handshake isn't exactly necessary, but I mean, I don't know, because they seem like how WWE's been doing things. They've been turning shoots into works, and that would be kind of a thing that they could do. I mean, just Triple H said that he would be the first. Stupid Norton, stop saying the title. I've been using it for the past 20 minutes. I don't know what's up with this, but yeah, I mean, that's just sort of the whole Daniel Bryan thing. I personally think that Daniel Bryan should walk out of WrestleMania the WWE champion. You can't have a heel versus heel match. And Orton, I mean, you can't turn Orton face. Orton's a good heel. He's had a good heel run as champion. And while I mean, Big Show, that wasn't a good match. The Cena, like, people just, you know, crap all over the matches with Cena and sort of thing. But I really think Orton's title run has been a good one. People were like, ugh, Orton's title reign has sucked because Bryan's been getting screwed over, and because he's faced John Cena again and again. But I mean, with Bryan getting screwed over, that makes Orton the heel champion. That's what makes it a good title run. And I think Orton's had a really good title run as the WWE champion. But I mean, really, the whole time since the Night of Champions, no, not Night of Champions, SummerSlam, when Bryan beat Cena, I mean, Orton's just kind of been the transitional guy, I guess. I mean, he's held the title for a while now, but I mean, we all know the title's going to go to Bryan. There's no way Batista wins the WWE Championship against Orton, and that's it. But I don't know. I should probably focus more on this match instead of that, because I could probably do a video on that. But let's focus on this. Rey Mysterio and Triple H up on top of the cage here, and oh my God, Triple H just tossing Rey Mysterio off that steel cage, or off the Hell in the Cell structure. My bad. And Rey Mysterio looked like he landed right on the top of his head. And now Triple H just trying to drag Mysterio up to his feet here. And now Triple H a pedigree to Rey Mysterio, and that could be it. Triple H, all he has to do is go for the pin, and he'll be your new ECW champion right now. Batista and Orton going at it over there. It looked like Orton almost got a cover. And I don't know what Triple H is doing here. Triple H, he could go for a pin. Wait a minute, there's a cover over on the other side of the ring. And Orton kicks out. But I mean, Triple H, why did he not? I wonder why Triple H didn't go for the cover on Rey. Maybe he's looking to inflict more punishment in this matchup. But obviously, he's going to have to keep an eye out on Batista and Randy Orton over here, as Batista has been going for, he went for the cover earlier on Randy Orton, and Triple H, I mean, Batista could have almost retained there. Triple H, it looks like he's trying to goad one of these superstars to climb up the Hell in the Cell structure to meet him up there for a bit of a showdown, but nope, Orton and Batista still going at it down there. As now there's a bear hug by Batista, and Randy Orton able to get out of it. Or Triple H saving Orton, my mistake. And now Triple H just tossing both superstars into the Hell in the Cell. And now a back suplex there from Randy Orton. And there's a dropkick now to the face of Rey Mysterio, as Batista now just way away from his competitors, and that's not a good strategy. You want to try and be able to stay with the other superstars because of it being a fatal four-way, because it's that sort of falls count anywhere stipulation. You just have to, wait a minute, Triple H, well, it looked like he was going to go dive out on Randy Orton, and that didn't work. Rey now into the cover. Rey could be the new ECW champion, and no, Randy Orton manages to kick out there. But I mean, you got to be able to stay close to the action, because you never know what could go down if you're too far away. I mean, the title just might get swept out from under you. And now Orton into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Randy Orton defeats Triple H. And he's your new ECW champion. As we know, Triple H took that big fall off the top of the cage. It looked like he was trying to splash onto Orton or something, and I guess that's why Triple H doesn't do the high-flying maneuvers, because it just cost him the title. I mean, that was the sole reason why Triple H got pinned. I mean, Triple H was out to a good start in this Hell in the Cell match, but then he dove off the cage, and like ever since then, he just went downhill from there. But Randy Orton is the new ECW champion, celebrating atop the Hell in the Cell structure. He's busted open. He definitely had to go through a lot to win that title. This was a battle. But Randy Orton, showing the scars of the match, he's still victorious, and that's the important thing. That's what matters. So Randy Orton now, your new ECW champion. You might have to watch his step there. Doesn't want to fall off the Hell in a Cell structure. He actually got up there pretty quick. I'm surprised. But that was our ECW pay-per-view. Hope you all enjoyed the matches that we played. Hope you enjoyed the card. I thought if everything went the way you wanted it to be, if you got the predictions right, if you predicted the matches, be sure to let me know how you did. Oh yeah, look at that fans change. Plus 925,000. 5-star main event. Yes, that is fantastic. So let's go ahead, making the pay-per-view a best it can be. We already know what that pretty much means. 4-star, 4.5, 3.5, 5-star, 5-star. Yeah, Raw is gone. Raw is gone. That pretty much sealed it. Raw is done. So speaking of Raw, well, first off, let's check out, make sure no popularity's just randomly dropped off. Okay, nope, we're all good. All good there. But anyway, I think we should check out the fan support in a little bit. We got to see just how bad Raw is right now. I think we're just going to give an autograph signing to Orton. I mean, he's the new champion. Got to give him the championship treatment. He's got to go sign some autographs. But yeah, next time will be ECW in Little Rock, Arkansas. Is Crime Time new tag team champions for Raw. They had a 4-star show. That is bull. That was not a good show at all. But let's take a look at the rivalries now. Those are supposed to be gone. I don't know what that is for, but maybe I can get a payoff out of one of those two at least. But anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. Keep on YouTubing.